Hello everyone, welcome back to Arav's Kitchen. Today I am going to share with you tips of how to make a soft roti. So let's get into my kitchen. We're now in my kitchen. Let's see how to prepare the dough. The ingredients that we will need to prepare the dough is wheat flour 2 cups. I have taken the measurement of this cup. 2 cups of this is what we have to take. Water as required, salt to taste, ghee. In the wheat flour, we will mix half a teaspoon of salt, and mix this with your hand. Start adding water little by little and knead this dough. Keep adding water as required until such time that the water and the wheat flour is bound into a complete soft dough. You will see like this. At this stage, I can see that the water has completely been mixed into the dough. Keep using your fist and press the dough to make it a bit more softer. Another 2-3 minutes, you'll need to knead the dough and make it soft. Just keep using your fist like so. I have been kneading this dough for the last 5 minutes. I can feel the softness that I need in this dough. Try to press this with your fingers, and if the water or the dough is not sticking to your fingers, then it's time, the dough is ready. Cover the dough with a damp cloth and keep it aside for 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. Let's check the dough. Remove the cloth from the dough. Just one last bit of instruction. Please knead this dough on the slab after adding half a teaspoon of ghee on it, and just quickly knead it. After kneading, place it inside the vessel again. Let's start with preparing the roti. To prepare the roti, you will need a rolling pin. I have 2 types of rolling pins. One is plain and the other with the grids. I am going to use the one with the grid simply because it is thin and very easy to handle for me. Please take this tawa and keep it on the gas. As of now, do not switch on the gas. We will first prepare the roti and then we can switch on the gas. Keep some wheat flour, dry wheat flour ready, and ghee as well. This is the vessel in which I am going to keep the cooked roti. Now let's start preparing the roti. Dust some dry wheat flour on your fingers and take a small portion of the dough. Start preparing a circular shaped ball for the roti. This is how we should prepare the circular shaped ball. Keep moving your hand in a circular shape and the dough will be ready. Dust dry wheat flour on both the sides of the dough. Place the dough on the slab and start rolling it with the rolling pin gently. You can press both the sides of the dough in this fashion and start rolling the dough with the rolling pin on the borders. You should not press it in the center. The pressure is very gentle on the borders and not in the center. keep flipping on the same side. Keep turning this roti, keep turning this dough, and just keep rolling the rolling pin back and front in this fashion, and keep moving this roti. After some time, the dry wheat flour has reduced, and so I'm going to add some more wheat flour so that the rolling is easier. Again, start rolling it at the borders of the dough and try, and this will help in a proper circular shaped roti. The borders of the roti have to be evenly thin. It should be medium sized, and if you look at this, border is uniformly thin, and I can show you to have a closer look. The roti is now ready. It should not be too big or too small. A medium sized roti should be good enough. Let's now get ready to cook this. Please switch on the flame and wait for the tawa to become hot. I have used an aluminium tawa. You can use a non-stick tawa as well. To check the heat of the tawa, place your hand on top of the tawa. The flame is high. Keep checking the tawa for the heat. I can feel the heat. I have started to feel the heat. At this stage, I will spread few drops of ghee on the tawa so that the roti does not get stuck on the tawa while cooking. You are using a non-stick tawa, you can skip this step. I am able to feel the heat, and it's time to place the roti on the tawa. The flame should be low at this stage. While placing the roti, if you find any folds, you can just adjust it. You will need to wait and look for the bubbles forming on the roti so that we can turn it. I'm looking at it. The bubbles are starting to form. The corners are starting to fold, and the color of the roti is changing. Look at the bubbles forming. After about a minute or two, you will notice the bubbles have formed, and it's time for you to turn the roti. This is the first turn with the help of a forceps. I'm going to turn this roti now. At this stage, you can increase the flame a bit and wait for similar bubbles start to form on the other side, for the other side of the roti to cook. I can see similar bubbles starting to form. Use a cotton thick cloth to press the sides of the roti. This is the cotton thick cloth which I will use to press the sides of the roti so that they are cooked well. Normally people will use direct flame to cook this roti, but I do not prefer that. I prefer to rotate the roti with the cotton cloth. Keep checking the roti if it's cooked completely. Until such time, please keep rotating the sides of the roti with the help of this cotton cloth and wait for the bottom of the roti to cook completely. One side of the roti seems cooked and it's time to cook the other side. Keep checking the flame, and the tawa should not be very hot, and hence you will need to keep adjusting the flame accordingly. I have now turned the roti and continue to press the sides of the roti. If you can see how nicely the roti has puffed, I continue to keep pressing the sides of the roti so that the other side of the roti is also cooked the way we cooked this one. Since the roti has puffed nicely, this means that the roti will be soft. And you can now place it in the vessel. Wipe the tawa so that the other roti can be added. If you can see, I will now add at least half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon ghee. You can be a bit liberal with respect to ghee because this is what will give you the softness. So I have applied half a teaspoon of ghee like this, and viewers, this is the roti which is ready. I will show you one more roti, and this time I am going to show you all the steps clearly. So let's take the portion of the dough and start preparing a ball out of it by pressing them in between your palms. The dough, please dust the wheat flour. The tawa is on. It should not be very hot, and keep maintaining that temperature by simming or increasing the flame. If the tawa is going to be very hot, then the roti will not cook properly and you will not get the softness. So you see how I am rotating this and flipping the roti. On the sides is what we have to cook. Since the dry flour has got over, I am adding some more dry flour, so it's convenient to make the roti. I continue to put little pressure on the sides, and which is the right hand side, and the roti has now become circular shaped, ready to be added onto the tawa to heat it. Allow the bubbles to form. Using the forceps, make that first turn. Continue in a low flame. Take the thick cotton cloth. Keep pressing at the sides to make sure that bottom, that portion is cooked. Once more bubbles are formed, make that second turn. Continue to press at the sides, and if you can see how beautifully this roti is puffing. I have not tampered, I have not meddled with the flame. It's continued in the low flame. And viewers, beautifully the roti has been cooked. I will take it and place it in the vessel to add ghee on top of it. Here you can have a closer look of the beautifully homemade roti made from scratch. Anybody can see this video in your house and make the roti. Even beginners will find it very easy. I will try to break it and show you the layers of the roti. It's beautifully layered. It's hot and soft for sure. So viewers, wasn't that simple? Please leave your feedback in the comment section down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed it yet. Please click on the bell icon to get notified on my future videos. See you for now until I get back with my next video.